My sister said I wasn't real family, so I learned Korean for 3 years and stayed quiet. I was adopted when I was 3. I don't remember it, but my sister Haley never let me forget it. Whenever we fought, she would say things like, "You're not even really one of us." Sometimes she called me leftovers. Other times she just laughed and said I was the extra piece that didn't match the puzzle. I tried to act like it didn't hurt, but it did. Haley was older, louder, and always the favorite in a way I couldn't explain. She was confident, popular. She dated interesting guys and talked about traveling the world. I stayed home more, I read, I helped mom cook. I tried to belong without asking for proof. Then Haley started dating Daniel. His parents had moved from Korea years ago. Haley loved to brag about it. She called herself worldly. She joked that our family was finally becoming cultured. When she said that, she would glance at me like I was the opposite. One night I overheard my parents talking. They said they wished they knew more about other cultures. They said it would be nice if our family could connect better with Daniel's parents when they visited. They sounded nervous about the language barrier. Something about that stuck with me. I downloaded a Korean learning app the next day. At first, it was just curiosity. Then it became a routine, every night before bed, every morning on the bus. I watched dramas with subtitles. I learned to write Hangul in the margins of my notebooks. I saved money from my part-time job for online tutoring sessions. 3 years passed. Haley never noticed. She was busy with college applications and showing off photos with Daniel. If she saw Korean words on my phone screen, she assumed it was music. She never asked. When Haley graduated, my parents threw a big party. Daniel came with his parents. They looked kind but nervous. They smiled a lot but mostly stayed quiet. Conversations stalled. People spoke slowly and loudly, like volume could fix understanding. I saw Daniel's mom sitting alone near the food table, nodding politely without really knowing what was being said. So I walked over. I bowed slightly and said hello in Korean. Her eyes widened. I introduced myself properly. I asked if they were from Busan because Daniel once mentioned the ocean near their hometown. Her face lit up. She answered quickly, surprised. We talked about Busan's beaches, about traditional dishes. She laughed when I told her I tried to cook kimchi stew once and nearly burned our kitchen. She wrote down a better recipe for me on a napkin. Within minutes, she wasn't isolated anymore. She was glowing. The room slowly went quiet as people realized what was happening. Haley stared at me like she didn't recognize me. My parents stood frozen near the kitchen doorway. Daniel's father shook my hand and thanked me in Korean. His mother squeezed my hands and said I was a special gift. She had tears in her eyes. Later that night, I heard my dad whisper to my mom, "Adoption gives the most beautiful surprises." Haley didn't tease me again after that. A week later, she came into my room and said softly, "There's a lot I don't know about you." She wasn't wrong. Belonging isn't about blood. It's about effort, about showing up, about building bridges when no one expects you to. I was never the extra piece. I was just learning quietly.